Hey there, everybody. So I was just about done with my video on Peter Schiff, but I gotta take a break for right now. This is my first time actually even doing a video like this, because it's not even really like, it's not even scripted commentary. I don't even really know if there's gonna be any like intellectual point that I'm making. I just found this video and it's like the most fucking amazing thing I've ever seen, and you guys have to see it too. It like you once you see this, it is going to change your lives. Basically, a user by the name of XX Little Kira XX, who is the pseudonym of somebody formerly known as Burn the Bible 666. Yeah, as you can tell by their intro here with this yeah, this Simple Plan-esque singer pop metal band, and the pentagram and their original name Burn the Bible 666. We're dealing with an edgy boy today. An edgy boy and a communist. So this is gonna be something. I'll say that. No, I'm gonna go ahead and skip this intro because I'm pretty sure it's copyright. That music's copyrighted. I don't want to get a strike on my channel.
What's up, everybody? I'm going to be making a video on this fucking capitalist Jew. His name is Mr. Dapperton. So we made a video about
Yeah, if you were to, Mr. Dapperton has a video about Burn the Bible 666, and I actually took the audio of this and put it in Audacity and sped up the pitch so that, you know, their voice actually sounds like the original voice. It's clearly Burn the Bible 666. It's the same person. But yeah, apparently they realized that most of the internet thinks of them as just a joke, not a serious person. So they tried to come back, but what they tried to come back with, they should have realized that people don't take them seriously, not because of like how they present themselves, but because of the things that they say, and that'll become abundantly clear why that is the case later in this video.
a leftist propaganda movie, shit like that. Let's just watch this piece of shit.
I'm going to be going into spoiler territory, but stay and listen anyhow. Please, manly and violent you act, the higher of rank you rank up.
Please fucking kill yourself. If I ever saw your ass in real life, I'll spray a clip on your ass with my Glock 19, bitch. And fuck. I don't know what to fucking say on this one.
Nothing. That would probably help you more than anything right now. Just don't say anything.
Just fuck him. Yeah, that movie is all about wanting to like be violent and kill people. Yeah.
Actually, no, it was about somebody trying to learn self-defense because they were scared of going out at night, because every time they went out at night they got assaulted. And yeah, for the record, the video this person is responding to, you wouldn't know it just given what they're saying, but Mr. Dapperton was responding to some movie trailer entitled The Art of Self-Defense. And The Art of Self-Defense is some woke propaganda movie trying to convey the message that every man is just going to be masculine, and masculinity is strongly correlated with violence, so therefore all men are violent, and even the ones that aren't violent need to be taught how to be violent and masculine because they're not masculine, which contradicts the earlier narrative about all men being violent. But anyway, I've learned long ago to stop trying to or at the very least in casual conversation, to stop trying to explain the logic behind Marxist social justice, or any other form of social justice for that matter, because there's none to be found.
That is fucking epic. I'm like blood, I'm a psychopath and shit like that.
That's another way that you can tell this is Burn the Bible 666, because like that I'm a psychopath thing, that's very much something that they would interject like in the middle of their sentences. Like I don't know what the appeal is of saying that, or why they think that's whatever.
We should go massacre people who have fucking shitty political views and shit, and massacre people who are religious and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, and massacre fucking right-wingers, capitalists. And
okay.
Yeah.
And you get
okay, Edgelord 9 million.
motorcycle trips, beating up innocent people to prove their manliness. And I shit you not, their goal is to kill people. And
I'm gonna fucking kill your entire fucking family, bitch. I'm gonna beat the living fuck out of you, bitch. I'm gonna get the SWAT team on your ass. You're gonna get swatted. I'm gonna dox you. I'm gonna get your IP address. I'm gonna send a SWAT team on your ass, bitch. You deserve to fucking die. You deserve to get massacred. I'm gonna stab you multiple fucking times. I own lots of guns, bitch. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna shoot your fucking head. I'm gonna rip out your fucking skull up and beat you to death with it. I'm gonna...
That part gets me every time. I'm gonna rip out your skull and beat you to death with it. Holy shit. Like, are they implying? Oh my god, I actually can't make it through this. I'll just go ahead and, like, rip out your skull so the skull is already removed from your body, so you're not alive, and then they're gonna beat you to death with your skull.
I'm gonna fucking get your ass decapitated. I'm gonna
I'm gonna get your ass decapitated. Oh, that one's even better.
decapitate your ass. You deserve to get fucking rage. Fuck you.
And when they kill innocent people...
Oh, should we play the last clip? Let's do it. I know you want to see it.
Purpose. Enjoy your purchase. There's also a subplot where women...
You said this movie is leftist and anti-gun. Liberals and leftists are different, you fucking cunt. Liberals are the ones who wants guns to be banned, not leftists.
Actually, yeah, the view of... Well, it depends on what you mean by leftist. That's sort of an anti-concept, but, yeah, if we're going to go by what Karl Marx argued, his quote, I don't remember exactly, I'm paraphrasing, but the working class should never surrender their arms. What he's referring to, like, this is commonly misinterpreted as being a pro-gun stance, but in context, what Karl Marx is referring to, if you actually take his sort of class dialectic into consideration, what he's arguing is that, yeah, when the dictatorship of the proletariat, so when the working class achieves centralized power in society, they should be the ones that have arms. And that's sort of the thing with Marxism and really any identitarian philosophy, is that it constructs these sort of artificial groups based around identity, and then like puts people into these artificial categories, which don't have, which, you know, the problem with that is that there is no such thing as an identity-based interest. Everyone has different interests based on their own marginal preferences. So ultimately, what a prole interest or what a bourgeois interest is going to be entirely decided by the monopoly on arbitration which is established. But essentially what Karl Marx was arguing is that the proletariat state should be armed and should continue fighting against the bourgeois. So he wasn't arguing. In fact, it was actually the opposite. If you're going to take that to its logical conclusion, that's the reason. You know, that sort of reasoning leads you down that little bend of logic where it's okay to disarm people who aren't working class. They don't have any gun rights. Only the working class should have rights, and the other people who we decide aren't working class should be reduced to second or third class citizens. And that's sort of, you know, that's what group rights is in a nutshell, essentially. This group achieves legal privilege at the expense of individuals and people which are perceived to be members of other groups.
My fucking god, I hate liberals. They fucking ruin everything. Same with conservatives. You deserve to fucking die. You deserve to die if you think liberals and leftists are the same thing. They aren't. They're fucking different. Liberals want guns to be banned, not leftists. They're fucking different. Leftists don't want guns to be banned because they're different.
Yeah, see, I know that this person is like, it would be generous to consider them low-functioning autistic, but this is actually sort of like a general problem that I've noticed with statist argumentation is, you know, it doesn't matter what political allegiance they hold, they cannot make a principled argument against another branch of statism. They always invariably make consequentialist or utilitarian arguments against their dissenters, because when they make ethical arguments, it's very easy to point to things which they support and you know, compare that to the ideology which the initial group of statists is trying to criticize. A good example of which would be the distinction between conservatives and socialists. Conservatives, a couple of them occasionally will try and argue that it's unethical for the government to appropriate privately produced resources. That, you know, they'll try and utilize the argument which really only libertarians can employ effectively. Now, all the socialist has to say in that regard is, well, what about the military? What about the police? What about Social Security? What about all these things which you would advocate for and things which you would argue are justified? Now, what this is, the reason this is the case is because, you know, they have a different set of they have a different set of marginal preferences, because all political allegiances in a state society are just a difference between people of differing marginal preferences, and they have a different stated preference, but they don't have different principles, and they don't have a different revealed preference, because the revealed preference and the principle of statism is invariably going to be the same. More influence in society for the state, and might makes right. Because that's all that the state is. It's a cartel, and it uses force to suppress other people and to obtain their resources to sustain itself in the aims of pursuing its own material interests.
I'm a leftist and I wanna fucking own a gun. We're fucking different. Fucking dumbass bitch. Get your shit right. Stupid motherfucker.
Motherfucker? What are you, black now?
Mr. Dapperton, he deserves to fucking die.
Speaking Ebonics.
You need to get fucking massacred, man. Just fuck them and fuck you if you like this guy. Fuck capitalism and fuck Mr. Dapperton. Communism will fucking win.
No, it won't. Oh boy. Well, holy shit. We're going on 15 minutes already? Jesus. Well, that was the edgiest communist I think that we've ever seen on YouTube. With that, I will bid you all good day.